5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to ban.
Because Puck deals mainly magical damage, so he should be fine. Shouldn't be too bothered by that shield.
Yeah, they'll probably both end up just farming. I would favor Puck a little bit just because of the range and pretty heavy base damage. But Void Spirit obviously has the Resonant Pulse to kind of mitigate that and secure range creeps as well.
A useful heal as well against the potential, AA trying to get the cold snap off early. So you're not going to have too much trouble there in the lane. Probably not going to feed too many kills. Not let Spectre have the easiest lane in the world. How is OG going to answer? Alliance thinks that it's Darkseer 4, and I'm starting to lean that way as well. But then what do they run in the off lane?
10 seconds remaining.
I'd like something that's just, it's a life stealer, so...
Oh no, there's going to be a 3. Never mind. Alliance was wrong, and then so were we for believing in them. Full-on Darkseer 3, as you mentioned earlier. I'm sorry I tried to correct you there, try to be sneaky. Now you were completely right.
No, that's all right. I mean, I wasn't totally sure whether Mid One was going to be playing the hero. I think OG was kind of leaving it open, to be honest, because you are against a lifestealer. It doesn't really matter what you put there. Lifestealer's going to farm. You can't really pressure him out of lane, so you can just decide, do we want to just, put almost like a carry-esque hero in the off lane and just let them farm also, or do we want to try and pressure and up the tempo? They opt for Sox or Rubik Classic, tons of very good spells to steal, and so seems like a pretty good way to round out that draft. Gives them a little bit of instant lockdown, which is really nice, and they were definitely lacking that.
10 seconds remaining.
Big fan of the Sox and Rubik as well. Probably one of his signature heroes as well. Up there, Sox is known for that Winter Wyvern, that Rubik. He's a really mechanical position 4, I'd say. Often overlooked because he hasn't had the chance really to shine ever since the Digital Chaos run, but he is a very, very strong mechanical support, and heroes like Rubik really show his prowess. As you mentioned, really good spells to steal here. So I'm interested. I think the drafts are kind of even. I do really like the Alliance draft as well, but I find the OG Void Spirit to be very scary.
Yeah, I think that both teams have the option to play up-tempo. Probably favoring Alliance in terms of the mid-game timing, but you do have to be scared of ever going late game against the Spectre, especially when you have heroes like the AA and the Void Spirit to back him up.
Indeed, I want to see also how the matchup goes right between Lifestealer and Spectre. It's changed a bit because it used to be the case that Spectre, if you want to deal with the feast, the healing especially, you could always build up some armor, which is rare in Spectre, but you can do that. Agility items, whatever it was. But nowadays, since feast is just the healing based on your HP, the more HP you build, the more Lifestealer heals. So you really do need to burst him down. How do you accomplish that if you go for a Radiant Spectre build, for example? It could prove troublesome. This new Lifestealer is a bit of a disgusting carry. So I want to see me at 30-40 how they fare against them, depending on the farm they have as well.
Yeah, I definitely think that this is going to be one of those games where whoever gets the upper hand in terms of the tempo is going to be able to significantly control the game, because there's really good pickoff on both sides, right? You've got the Void Spirit initiation into a haunt, you've got the reload into a duel, and so whoever gets that first mobility item is going to be...
Five seconds remaining.
Spectre build, for example, it could prove troublesome. This new Lifestealer is a bit of a disgusting carry. So I want to see me at 30-40 how they fare against them, depending on the farm they have as well.
Yeah, I definitely think that this is going to be one of those games where whoever gets the upper hand in terms of the tempo is going to be able to significantly control the game, because there's really good pickoff on both sides, right? You've got the Void Spirit initiation into a haunt, you've got the reload into a duel, and so whoever gets that first mobility item is going to be able to create a lot of pressure on the map.
That's very, very true. And the mid lane match also matters a lot, I would say, right? Between the Void and Puck, both fulfilling the exact same role. I'm interested to see how this game turns out. It's exciting. We're here in the EU open in the close qualifiers for the LA Major. This is the Bloodbath region, as they're starting to call it, and this is group B rather, group letter B, with OG participating straight from the open qualifiers. Both them and OG Seed qualified, which is a very nice win for the organization, I bet.
Absolutely, yeah. I saw some Twitter video where it looked like both Soxa and Seb were there for the OG Seed qualifiers, and I believe they're probably just both playing from the same facility, which is really cool for you know, the youth team, I guess you can call it, whatever, the B team.
Youth team. Yeah. With Z-Freak and Madara, they've been there forever, but yeah, they have the youthful spirit, right? Like, what was it, LFY? Remember that team that they used to call the young LGD, even though they weren't that much younger?
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Who's really young in the Dota Pro scene at this point?
Nobody good. That's the real. Well, there is. What's that new kid that came in? Oh, really good guy. Won like 2 TIs in a row, barely participating. I don't know. Should be one of these games. We'll see him.
Yeah, man. Even Thompson, he was playing like Dota 1. So, are you really?
It's true. He's an old soul. Yeah, you're right. I should never. You should never call anyone young in Dota. That's a real insult in this game.
Looks like mid one is going to be cutting the creep wave. Bota anticipating it. He's going to try and put in as much harass as possible.
Yeah, how do you think these lanes fare out for them? Obviously, the bottom lane is just trading farm. Lifestealer and Darkseer. I mean, it's a boring lane. We know this.
Yeah, mid one having to force the salve super early. He's just going to play around with the creep wave, try and double it up, and then probably TP back to base, or to his tower rather, and collect the fruits of his labor.
Yeah, let's see. He does Bota annoys a bit. I mean, I guess you force the early TP, Lifestealer is performing fine, he doesn't get the solo experience. How do you think the offlane fares for them as well? They decided the Legion IO combo, which we were talking about earlier, right? A strong combination as well in lane.
Yeah, very nasty actually. It gives the Legion essentially just full immunity for the entire lane stage. They're going to be able to put a lot of pressure on Sumail up here. And AA is, you know, pretty high damage support, but not necessarily the best laning support.
That's true.
Struggles against heavy pressure. So I would expect 33 to pretty handily dominate Sumail as he gets a couple levels here.
You're a very weak support against Legion as well, right? Because she can dispel your only real stun, or pseudo stun, right? And she can damage 3 armor Asian Apparition easily.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is going to be a pretty tough lane for OG to play, and so I would.
What did he try? Oh, he guessed it. He guessed it correctly. He doesn't have Illusory or Deto. Doesn't have Vision either. And Thompson's gonna fake him with a shield. I'm sorry. This limp play. He did the Waning Rift, guessing that Thompson was gonna juke him, and he was correct. However, Thompson had the Resonant Pulse ready. So we're good. We're good. This mid lane matchup is very fascinating.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good one. I mean, we've talked a lot about how good Thompson is in the mid lane, but Limp is widely considered to be one of the best mechanical players in the mid as well.
Yep. Is under attack.
We used to consider him the best mid laner. We used to say it all the time. You know, back when it was complexity, we used to say, yeah, Limp is the best. You got to watch him. This guy is how I learned to play Dota. That's what we saying that, right? So lots of respect to this guy. And his puck is, as we said, top 3, right? He's really good. He's probably practiced against a lot of Void Spirits recently. And he knows how to beat Thompson. For now, he's doing a pretty good lane. 11 to 8 last. Top lane, Sumail, now in trouble. They're looking for the last hit here. Hanskin is good die to No-Tail though. Hanskin is Magic Stick, making sure he does not go down. No-Tail still chasing after him. Chilling touches him. They're ready. As I have vision of it though, Hanskin keeps it in the trees. And No-Tail now decided to run away because he can't really catch this IO. Hanskin comes back for round 2 and 3-3 still chasing after No-Tail. And that's gonna be a double kill here for the top lane. Soxa coming in trying to fix the mistakes of his mates. But it's impossible because Hanskin is just playing with the shadows perfectly. Telekinesis stops the tether though. There's to press the attack to help him out. Hanskin running away fast as he can, but unfortunately it was not fast enough, and OG will end up taking that last kill.
Yeah, at the same time you can see that they're just completely ignoring 33 like as much as possible. He's going to be able to pressure because he's still full health after all this fighting.
And in the mid lane actually Thompson gets a quick kill against Limp, who he does not measure correctly and goes right at Thompson when No-Tail was ready to counter attack. So good job there, OG, evening out the score. Top lane definitely going their way, but the mid lane slightly Thompson favored now.
Yeah, I really like this rotation by No-Tail because I think it was starting to trend towards the puck in terms of advantage. And No-Tail obviously recognizing that he's having a hard time in the top lane.
Yeah, and Note also realized he wasn't doing much in the top lane anyway, right? So you might as well rotate and do something useful here mid. Which, sure, that's a good idea. I like this. Limp is gonna have to recover a bit. He got a lucky double damage, but now you're a level difference, and these spirits are so annoying. Really. Thompson's putting them properly so that Note, or Limp, sorry, cannot use this lane correctly.
Yeah, I think that that's going to be one of the big things that determines who's an excellent Void Spirit player as the patch continues to develop is the Aether Remnant, just because of how hard it is to hit. You can use it to like deny area or you know, set up for kills if you're lucky or skilled.
I mean, the original build for Void Spirit when it first came out was like everyone was going Yulset to set up that spirit, right? And now it's like, nah, we have more skill than that. Oh, they're looking for another kill here in the mid lane. Thompson and Limp fighting hand-to-hand combat. He is actually maxing the Aether Remnant to just catch Limp and surprise him.
Yeah, the pull duration doesn't increase by that much, but you can get up to almost a 2-second stun, and obviously the cooldown gets quite low. So.
Big. Yeah, look at this. He's actually going for the bounty room thanks to that pull by Thompson. He's gonna go down to Fata. You don't mess with the tree. You don't need skill to play sometimes. You just need tactics. You know where to be at the right moment.
100 base damage. Good night, sir.
Well, that's Thompson gone, so that's a bit of retribution for Limp, who gets a free lane for a bit as well. However, Thompson will come back with full HP and mana, so that's gonna be a bit of a difficult to deal with the puck. We'll see.
Hey, speaking of that fastest Maelstrom ever, what was that timing? Because Nico Baby is awfully close to his
I want to say
Maelstrom.
it was 5 minutes or 6. Honestly, it was incredibly quick. I think he's actually too late now. Like, he's just ridiculous. That was a ridiculous game. I was watching it, and for half the game, my mouth was just open. Just amazed. It was unfathomable how fast Nico Baby could farm.
Yeah, well, he's got a completely free lane here against the Darkseer mid one, just opting to cut near the tier 2. And we've kind of come full circle in Dota. We now have these offlaners. Down in the mid.
Yeah, he got caught up by Thompson in a bad position. Thompson for a bunch of tips. He was just in the wrong place there, and Thompson just decides to get the kill. Saksa is also turning around. They're trying to catch the puck, and Limp doesn't even. There's not even need for Saksa here. Limp just gets destroyed by Thompson alone. Those Aether Remnants are really putting him in a pickle. And in the top lane, 3-3 is trying to get the counter kill on Samael as well, but 3-3 instead. A Frozen Solid, he manages to make it just barely in time. And they won't be able to get that kill. Thank God for Hansk himself.
Yeah, this is actually getting a little concerning for me in the mid lane. We have Limp still going for a bottle. He doesn't even have his bottle yet, 7 minutes into the game, and Thompson is now 3-1-0. Thompson has to be one of the most momentum-based players in the entire game. If he gets off to a good start, you have to just run. Run away from him.
In the top lane of the... No, sorry. Yeah, I remember Thompson when he used to play the very popular Quaswex Invoker. The Quaswex Meteor Hammer Invoker, right, which was the build that he invented. And it was ridiculous. You would actually watch him literally run away with the game. Because he would just go gank every single lane. You would not be safe if Thompson was in your game. And Void Spirit seems to be the same kind of style, honestly, as the heroes he used to play. Monkey King, Quaswex Invoker.
Ember, yep, all of these. Just go ham and never stop running at the other team.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to watch this game, hopefully. I mean, that's the point of picking Darkseer, right? You get a Surge so you can run even faster. It's the real Thompson strat. He already has a level 2 on that. Is that a level 2 line? Wow, okay. Well, that's a bit of practice. And the spirits are also set up really nicely to set up for traps, right? Reminds a bit of techies. You're kind of guarding positions here. Saksa does get an Invis rune here in time. Really fast with the clicks. Not going to go down. The coil annoying him, so they can't quite get the kill here. And Saksa just wanted to get away. Limp fighting gets stops until the end. Hanskin knows he can just help him out. There's Nature's Grasp, Silence as well, but Thompson has double Astral Step. There's no way that you're going to catch him here.
Yeah, both teams prioritizing putting a lot of help into this mid lane, trying to get their tempo controlling heroes off to a good start. And at the same time, side laners, Sumail, happy to get a little bit of breathing room.
Yep.
Since 33 has been pressuring him pretty hard.
and they continue to do so. In fact, No-Tail's been caught a bit of K here. No-Tail watching another part of the map, surprised by a 3-man gank and a duel to boot. And we see 3-3 being relevant here already. Has had a really good lane, is to continue to dominate, I'm assuming, with a Legion commander.
Yeah, at the same time, though, Limp goes down yet again. 0 and 3 on this puck.
They know. OG has identified the important pivotal factor here in Alliance's lineup. If Limp does not create space, this lineup does not work as well. So they're doing a good job of shutting him down.
Yeah, more importantly, perhaps, is the initiation. They really would like to be able to get this Blink Coil into a relocate duel. And it's going to be extremely late on this Blink Dagger for him.
Bottom lane, they catch mid one. We were seeing he was trying to cut the lane, but no cigar there. Nico Baby and Limp are guarding it there for you. Nico Baby already has pretty good timing for the Maelstrom. He's building up to those phase boots. So Maelstrom phase around minute 10, which is the standard for a Nico Baby lifestealer.
Dire's courier has
He
been
is
killed.
very farmed though. He's going to be a relevant carry much sooner than Spectre, who is getting actually dual top. Not quite dead though.
Alliance will back out. Looks like Thompson's going to reclaim the outpost just before the experience drops.
Thank you.
Dire's middle tower is
A
under
bunch of
attack.
heroes in the top lane.
Yeah, a bunch of heroes in the top lane. They're trying to fight out here. The easier support. It's the Twin Protector. Twin Protector's brought down. Thompson's actually rotating. But it's only a single kill. They're not going to go for more. They actually are smart about this 3-3. That's the leave with a TP. Thompson's still going for more though. That was a good guess actually. Going for the bounty, but a bit late. Thompson's just literally running around the map looking for whatever kill he can find, and now he's going back to this mid lane, tries to catch out Limp. Limp is not having any of that. It's the same. It's the Thompson we know and love. This guy is just here to create the space for Sumail.
It's working. Sumail is climbing his way back up towards the top of the net worth. Of course, Nico Baby, insanely farmed right now in the lifestealer, but what is he going to be able to do with it? He needs to start potentially rotating around with this puck.
He's gonna start bombing people, is what he's gonna do. Look at this poor Darkseer silent stuff. He's running around like a madman, but he can't get away. That leash stops his escape route. In the top lane, they try to catch Sumail as well, but the damage is not sufficient, and they eventually give up on him. Or, yeah, he's going for the stack, but 3-3 is a much better stack clear here. Sumail, careful. Those creeps do hurt. There's the Ice Plus, though. Oh, they're just trying to scare them away. They were hoping for the IO, but the IO did not get hit by that Ice Plus, so he's going to be fine.
Thompson in the top lane now. See if he decides to dive. And he's just going to go in.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, they're going to catch him with a duel now, and this Spectre is now in actual lot of trouble. He's going to go down, giving extra duel damage to 33, and they're going to go for more. Saxa, do they have a way to cancel this TP? They do not. Instead, in the backline, Thompson comes in just to get the kill on Hanskin. He's been silenced though. Thompson, what were you thinking? Cancelled because he was greedy enough to go for the IO. Okay, well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Great trade for Alliance there. Nice rotation from
was.
Nico Baby. And he puts that 6,000 net worth to use coming into the top lane. Easily going to pressure down the top tier tower as well.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
the top should fall easily to Legion Commander and Lifestealer. They have pretty good pushing power early, which is one of the advantages of the new Lifestealer. But Limp is getting yet again harassed in the mid lane. Their obsession with Limp is continuing this game. They want to make sure this puck has no impact because they're identifying lack of initiation, right? If you only rely on Legion, it's not too great of an initiation, really.
Yeah, unless you get massively farmed.
Dire's middle
And
tower
I
is
mean,
under attack.
you know, they
He's
did
up
leave
one.
Nico Baby completely alone. Obviously, that's one of the downsides of running a Darkseer is that you kind of just guarantee free farm for the carry.
Radiant's
And
top
Nico Baby
He's going to assert dominance in this top jungle.
farming aggressively. The mid one wants to have a kill on Hanskin, and Thompson does as well. He's been taunted. Hanskin in trouble. There we go. All the damage onto him, and Hanskin's gone. We Astro step to chase after Nico Baby. Body block him ever so slightly. Thompson still has that shield, but unfortunately his movement might just not be fast